Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on whenever you're watching. Thank you for tuning in to the Restricted Zone podcast. I'm your host tonight, Jonah Wooten, joined by either one of y'all. Just introduce yourself.
See, I know we was doing it like that, but it's your boy Kris.
Yeah,
This should be a fun
I
episode.
know. We like to take turns or whatever, but it's whatever. Y'all can just hop in. Greg, introduce yourself.
All right. What's going on, y'all?
You gotta think about an introduction. Oh my god.
I'm not even thinking. Come on, you know I come on with this off the dome, bro. It's Mr. Fantastic. You feel me?
There you go. There you go.
I could go with a classic, bro. It's the man of the hour, too sweet to be sour. Coming to you live. I wish I could say from the 215, but they got me your boy Harrisburg now, bro.
Damn.
I'm out here
you on location?
struggling. Huh?
You on location?
Come on, bro. We can't say too much. You know how these fans get, man. I gotta keep my location. I just said Harrisburg. You know what I mean? But yeah,
You already spilled the beans.
Yeah, but come on, bro. Anyway, but yeah, I'm out here. Pleasure to be with y'all tonight, man. We're gonna have fun. It's the first time we're doing this, so bear with us.
Yes, sir. As you just mentioned, it's our first, as you can tell from the t-shirt, NWO. Too sweet. This is our very first WWE themed episode, our very first wrestling episode.
Ooh.
We got a few wrestling. What he just did. What did he just do, bro?
Hold on, give me 2 seconds, man. I just realized I got the perfect shirt for this. Oh.
Go ahead. I'm gonna do my
he
intro
just,
and you just hop back in, bro.
a light bulb just went off in his head. When they came up prepared, all right, man. I gotta step my game up now. Nah.
It's all good, bro. Next episode, bro. Next WWE episode.
Yep.
But this is episode 105 of the Restricted Zone podcast. Just a reminder that episode 104 is up and going. Me and Johnny, talked some NFL draft, specifically the Eagles draft, and went down pick by pick. And we also gave you our winners and losers from the rest of the NFL. And tonight is episode 105. We talking some wrestling. That's right. We got a few guys in the Restricted Zone podcast family who watch wrestling, so we figured we talk about it in the group chat so much. We even created our own group chat just for wrestling. It's like, why not just start doing episodes? Colin, he's been getting on us for weeks now to start WWE episodes. We were supposed to, do something for WrestleMania, but we was just like, that's too late. It's just we're gonna rock out. We're gonna wait for Backlash and there you go.
Look in my eyes. What do you see?
Hey, the cult of person.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. There you go. But yeah, man. So tonight is pretty simple. Going over the World Heavyweight Championship tournament. We're gonna talk a little bit about Backlash. It's been about a week now since Backlash happened in Puerto Rico. Amazing show, amazing crowd. We're also gonna get into Drew McIntyre. Benito, he put on a classic on Saturday. And we're also going to talk a little bit about Drew McIntyre and his contract situation. So where you guys want to start? You want to start with Backlash or this World Championship tournament?
I'd say we recap the Backlash first.
Yeah. All right, let's go with Backlash. So thankfully they didn't call it WrestleMania Backlash this year. They didn't pimp the name out. It's just Backlash again. And again, yes, they went from Puerto Rico. Listen, every other crowd this year, I mean, they're going to the UK later on for Money in the Bank, but listen, this is like one of the best crowds I ever witnessed. I wish I could have been there. Like, it was electric from like bell to bell, like from the first entrance to the last pin of the night, which we'll get into, which is kind of silly ending to that match, but I understand why they did it. But nevertheless, from the start to finish, that was just an incredible crowd all night. Just your thoughts on that crowd.
I mean, it was incredible, and I think that's the beauty of being able to have the WWE a global phenomenon like it is, especially with Triple H at the helm. It seems like agreements to have these premium live events now, not pay-per-views anymore, to have them over the globe. It seems like they're easy
They mama
to do.
named them pay-per-views. I'm going to call them pay-per-views.
Hey, man, call it what you please. I agree with you. So these pay-per-views globally.
Yeah.
But I think what the beauty of it is that when I recently think of these live events, and I think of these crazy crowds, I think the Clash at the Castle, which was a
Yes.
tremendous crowd.
Cardiff
I think
Wales last year.
Yes, I think of Elimination Chamber in Montreal, an amazing crowd.
Only crowd that could probably rival this one.
Yes.
'Cause these
I know.
American crowds. Oh my goodness.
Clash at the Castle was something. I don't know. Clash at the Castle was
I'll
something.
put that on a different level because it wasn't a stadium. They were in a larger stadium, so it's. But I hear you. The UK just in general.
Crazy.
UK, Canada, and the PR, bro.
Yeah,
they love their wrestling.
Yeah, that's another story for another Clash at the Castle. But then you come to Backlash in Puerto Rico, and it just always adds a lot more to the matches when the crowd reacts like that. Like honestly, sometimes the only way I watch a match is based off a crowd's reaction. If they're not liking the match, then I see like, okay, something's not happening. I can look at my phone or something. But if they react, they start getting loud. That makes you want to tune in. And definitely, especially during that Bad Bunny match, I could not do anything else but watch that match just based off the crowd itself. But we'll get into the performance of that later. I think that for the entire night, they were loud, they were energetic, and that's always what you like to see. So for me, it was a beautiful thing to see.
Greg, you said before we started recording, you didn't watch the pay-per-view in full. Probably busy doing whatever it is you do, but you saw some highlights. Just did you feel that energy through your screen?
I definitely did. I love the fact that like they gave Selena Vega her shine. Like when it was like, I love the fact that for the matches in particular that like involved, like, they weren't like the main events of the evening, like particularly like Damian Priest and for the Damian Priest and Bad Bunny match and the Selena Vega and Rhea Ripley match, like they gave them like their own like entrance, like the whole like spotlight one where it's like it gave main event energy.
They let them
Right.
They let it breathe.
Right. They gave it main event energy, but like they weren't main events specifically because like those matches like, could involve the crowd. And you could see how much the crowd was supporting like Selena Vega in particular. And like, well, let's be real. Selena Vega a mid carder for real. And no one really expected her to win that match. But like the love that she got. I'm lying? Okay.
No,
you're
no.
not, bro. I'm sorry for laughing because I love Selena and I love her work.
I'm gonna be frank. I even forgot Selena Vega was Puerto Rican. So when she came out, I said, "Oh my lord!"
Oh, come on, bro.
So I mean, real.
Listen, but when you say that though, but like a light bulb just went off in my head. We need a mid card title in the women's division.
Yes, please.
It's kind of overdue because a lot of women are kind of flying under the radar right now. Women like Io, who also had a tremendous match. Women like Asuka, who may not be able to. She has won world titles in the past, but it's kind of like not her time right now. So, but still give her something to do. Raquel Rodriguez, like I don't know.
Xia Li.
I mean, Raquel, she the tag team champion.
Dakota Kai.
Bro, that's not nothing. Bro.
Exactly. So we need to get rid of this darn women's title because no one be caring about that. I mean, Becky Lynch had that title, and I forgot she had that title.
It was a great idea. It's just the execution. It's just
definitely.
Yes.
So I think they got to scrap
day one, bro. Ever since Bayley and Sasha lost at WrestleMania 35, bro, division just been dead. 4 years straight. With all due respect, it's been dead.
I was cool with the Kabuki Warriors. I was cool when they had it. They were a nice tag team.
All right. That was fun, but it's like it was a fun tag team, but they didn't really give them the spotlight. Like they didn't really put a shine on the division.
They do just throw a lot of these tag teams together.
And they're not like tag teams. They just take two singles
Raquel Rodriguez.
They just take two singles wrestlers and just put them together in a tag because they have nothing else for them to do, and it's kind of just like here's something. This is just for you to get on TV. Like it's just we got to give the women's tag division some more respect.
WWE just like a cycle for real. Let's be honest, because like the whole fact that they're making all these like new titles or like throwing out these old titles and stuff like that, or combining titles. Like I thought it was dumb to like separate like to combine the tag team titles and like leave one brand like basically titleless, or it's like a brand going on, like one tag team going on both brands, because it's like you need to like you need to have competition at the tag team level because it does add a level of variety, and it's a great story. But like I think what they should have just done was find a way to like separate it. I think for the women's tag team, they got to get rid of the women's tag team event altogether. Have one person win the tag team titles and be like, you know what? I don't need both. And then it comes to Raw, SmackDown the next week with one title, and then it's the mid-card title. Have Raquel, like, I don't know what happens, but like have like a really strong person win the tag team titles by herself, and then Jack, like, I don't have a tag team. It's
I
just
actually
me.
kind of like that.
And then she creates her own lane.
I like that because if they were to introduce a mid card title, it probably would just be like a tournament, like they're doing with the World Heavyweight Championship, which I don't mind. But it's like it's wrestling. We don't really need tournaments because it's all predetermined anyway. You know, there's a guy with the pen writing the script. We don't need a tournament. Like, just be creative,
bro. Wrestling real. Stop playing. Stop lying to our audience.
It's still real. It's still real to you, damn it.
Still real? What are you talking about? It's been real.
Let them know.
You know what I mean? When Undertaker be rolling it, bro. Undertaker's from Death Valley, bro. He be rolling his eyes.
Bro. So why he on Instagram posting the family and all that?
That's Mark Calloway, bro. I don't know who that man is. He Jackie the Undertaker, but that's not the Undertaker I know. That's Mark Calloway. He got a wife and kids. Shout out Michelle McCool. Ooh. Anyway, I digress. Sorry, what was he talking about?
All right, let's pivot back to Backlash because I was going like go just match through match, but we don't gotta do all that. We kind of just talk about match of the night, surprise of the night. So you got a couple candidates here. I feel like there's a clear winner with match of the night, but there are a couple, other candidates. So I mean, Greg, you wanna?
Oh, no, Chris. I feel like you want your Sean, bro. Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead, Chris.
No, so I guess when it comes to match, I mean, easily, I already told y'all what match of the night was going to be. But when I said it at first, everybody just laughed at me like I was a damn fool.
All right, but who's everybody else? It wasn't me.
It was a good number of people, but
bro. Chris always be doing this. He always be thinking he by himself.
It was a good number of people that laughed. It was a good number of people who laughed, but them names will stay anonymous because I'm not a snitch. So don't worry about that. But what we did see was, and why I said it was going to be match tonight, is because you had two homegrown people coming back home to wrestle for the first time. And what was the last time there was a live event in Puerto Rico?
I'll be real.
New Year's Revolution 05, bro.
So,
and let me just say, greatest Elimination Chamber match of all time. I love that match. I hated the finish because Triple H, Reign of Terror and all that. But I love that match.
Until this whole rivalry took off between Damian Priest and Bad Bunny, I legitimately had the Selena Vega one. I was joking, I knew she was Puerto Rican. I really did not know Damian Priest was Puerto Rican. So when they started doing the build up and Damian Priest started speaking Spanish, I'm like, what? Dad thought he was just from I don't know, a random place like Missouri. But it all makes sense. And they're from this.
I think he's from New York, but he got his family's from Puerto Rico.
Yeah, that's places like Selena.
His family is from the same place that Bad Bunny family is from, I think.
Yep, they are. Yeah. So again, just like I said, just two homegrown talents fighting in their city or their country.
It's a crime that wasn't a main event. Oh my goodness.
I mean, they tried to play it off as a double main event because Bad Bunny was the. I don't either, but they tried to play it up because he was the host. Technically, even though he didn't do anything a host does because he was wrestling, which doesn't make any sense to me. But I digress. Marketing purposes, I get it. But I do think that it definitely should have been the main event. You could have put that Cody Brock match right where the Bad Bunny Priest match was. Because I mean, cool. Even if you want to give up the double main event status, let that match go first. Everybody really we know Cody's a main eventer. We know Brock's a main eventer. But we know a lot of people came to Selena get her shine and to see Bad Bunny wrestle again. And I'm so glad it was Damian Priest because that match went way better than I thought it was going to.
And shout out to Damian Priest too because he had a tall order, man. He had to basically protect one of the world's biggest superstars. I mean, he's like the Puerto Rican Michael Jackson at this point. I ain't comparing him to Mike, but he's in Latin America, he's their Mike right now. The man is the most streamed artist in the world, bro.
Hey, hold on. He deserves another title run. That U.S. title run wasn't enough. He needs another title run.
He needs another. I wouldn't put the world title on him just yet, but
not
U.S.
yet.
title.
Intercontinental title. I mean, I know they're doing.
The only problem is that everybody's a heel right now.
Yes,
all the champions are heels.
So that's another story. While I do like heels,
all the champions except for Bianca.
Too many heels. Bianca about to turn heel. You saw that reaction.
Nah, she
Bianca
not.
might
She
be.
not.
I think
Bianca
I
might
think
get
that's
ready to
just
turn
Puerto
heel.
Rico just
She
being a
not going
bizarre
to.
world,
She
bro.
not going to turn red, bro. She was in Puerto Rico. It's the same thing with John Cena, bro. Like she's not going to turn heel. There's not. There's no reason. There's too many heels that exist already.
I know there is. There's way too many.
This is
And I'm not gonna lie. Like there's too many
like
like
who
Liv
could you turn
Morgans of the
face?
world.
Like, could you turn Theory face?
No, he not ready for that yet. You can tell he not ready. The
He's
only
just a natural heel. Like he just looks like an a-hole. Like he just like
the only one I
just
can
an
see.
aura. Like
The only one I could really see, and even this is a stretch for me, would just be Gunther, because the crowd actually likes seeing him wrestle. Like it's not like he doesn't have boring matches, but his personality and his charisma just, again, like you said with Theory, just speaks heel. So you can't
right,
you can't just have him
and you
turn on
know
a
it's the
variant with
classic
him.
WWE foreign guy, foreign champion. He
Right.
just has to be heel. I don't think we ever had a face foreign champion like ever, bro. If one of y'all could just refresh my memory, bro.
Sheamus was one.
That's fair. All right.
Speaking of which,
champion?
he should. Yeah.
A foreign face champion.
Speaking of which,
Drew McIntyre.
Yeah, that too.
You're right. All right.
But speaking of Sheamus, he should have beat Gunther at a Clash at the Castle. I digress.
Nah, we gotta get Gunther up, bro. Sheamus already had
Sheamus should win the IC title, but it's like
Sheamus
at the
already
same
had
time,
his time,
I want Gunther to knock that honky tonk man reign. I want him to break that record.
I want to see it now.
At this point, you might as well.
I do want to see it. I do want to see it now, but at the time, I thought that was supposed to be Sheamus's moment to complete his story. All pun intended to Cody Rhodes.
That's gonna be like a runner thing now, like just finishing the story.
Yes, but I wanted Sheamus to finish his story at Clash at the Castle at his home, even if he lost it 2 weeks later. I might have been mad, but I'm like, at least I got that memory of him winning it, so I'm cool.
Right.
But
because I mean, his title runs were just like we're during COVID, which I feel bad about.
Yeah,
he definitely could have.
He's speaking on Drew, right?
On Drew, yeah. His title runs were during COVID, so
and we are going to bring up his title, not his title situation, his contract situation later, but. Kris, you were, talking about finishing the story, and this is a perfect segue because a certain rated R superstar made a Twitter post the other day, and man, he's tugging at the heartstrings, bro. Because it's like, and now I'm talking about the World Heavyweight Championship because a couple weeks ago, Triple H, during the draft, he announced the new World Heavyweight Championship, and there's going to be a tournament to crown a new champion at Night of Champions later on this month in Saudi Arabia. So far, Seth Rollins, he got through his triple threat match with Nakamura and Damian Priest, who we just mentioned earlier. So he took out Finn Balor in the finals because Finn Balor got there because, Brock beat the holy hell out of Cody Rhodes, which you all kind of, that was coming. What a promo, by the way, by Brock. Oh, my God. Got the stitches going down his forehead, black eye.
The black eye, yeah. He looked like he wanted
when you take the chains off him, when you you kind of just throw him into the spotlight, bro. Like he can cut a little promo. No Paul Heyman. It's just Brock being Brock.
He did his thing.
He doesn't have to be eloquent because he's Brock Lesnar. He can just be like, I'm mad. And it works because it's Brock. Like,
if we're being real, bro, Brock debuted in 2003. Right? Or 2003 or
2002, right after
2000. Actually, honestly, I was looking at the documentary they did on him for the Ruthless Aggression era. He actually debuted in late 2001.
All right.
Yeah, I think he was just doing dark matches though back then, right?
Yeah, he was doing dark matches.
Yeah, he was doing dark
matches.
He did
debut. You're right. He did debut in 2002. Brock debuted in 2002. It's 2023. I expect Brock to at least be able to know what to say on a microphone after 21 years, having Paul Heyman be at his side, watching Paul Heyman be his advocate for that long. Like, come on, bro.
But we just haven't seen it until now. So it's
because he couldn't do that before. But like, I think when he hit year 20, we was like, all right, we're gonna put like Paul Heyman with Roman. Hear you talk on the microphone. Yeah, I can say a couple words. Like I be watching Brock and everybody's like, "Oh my God, Brock can talk now." I'm like, "Bro, Brock is saying the bare minimum." We just never heard the man speak. Like I'm not gonna lie, it was rough
when Brock had to.
When it was like 2003 and Brock was trying to be a face on Friday Night SmackDown with the title, like it was bad. It was bad. It was
You
rough.
gotta,
It was
listen.
rough.
You gotta give him props for trying though.
That's what
Just
no,
give
no,
him.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
That's what
just
I'm
speaking
saying.
of
Like,
natural heels, bro, it's
yeah.
just
For like
because
20
he
years.
tried the face thing last year and it was okay. Like
I was
Cowboy
cool.
Brock, it was fun, but it's like I want to see him just be angry and just beat the hell out of people, bro.
I think Ponytail Brock was a good. I'm not gonna lie. Ponytail Brock was good work for sure. I just think I like the way he introduced
Yeah,
himself like he was Paul Heyman.
just lumberjack Brock, Sasquatch Brock, whatever you want to call him. He got like a bunch of nicknames now, but
Paul Bundy Brock.
yeah, he beat the hell out of Cody, so that took him out of that. That I think that was the second triple threat match, and Rollins ended up beating Balor. So Rollins, he's awaiting the winner of our SmackDown side of the bracket. So tonight we got Edge, who I just mentioned earlier, AJ Styles, Rey Mysterio, triple threat match number 1, and we got the U.S. Champion Theory taking on Lashley and Sheamus in the second triple threat match. So I guess I could just ask y'all your predictions. I know Edge, just a couple days ago, he said, "Listen, I want that world title back. I never lost it. I had to give it away back in 2011 when I had to retire." And everybody was kind of dead set on Seth Rollins being their first World Heavyweight Champion. But now it's like, I don't know, bro. I kind of want Edge to finish his story. And he says that, he wants to win a title. And whenever he loses it, then he'll be done for good. He's hanging it up. He's already a Hall of Famer. He's done everything there is to do. But he wants to, win his baby back. He wants to it's not quite the big goal. It looks like big goal, but it's not big goal. But it is the World Heavyweight Championship. I'm guessing they're going to keep the lineage of the old World Heavyweight Championship going, or it just could be a whole new title. Either way, it's the same name. He wants to win it back. So does he at least get the Night of Champions?
You know, that video I saw that hurt me a little bit, just because I just thought of 10-year-old me watching him spear John Cena to win and then cash in Money in the Bank. That's what I think of right now. So, we all knew this was coming. We all saw it, but it just hurts when you know what's happening, because it's like you grow up on these superstars. So, the nostalgia in me wants him to win because I do want to see him finish the story. But at the same time, the logic in me wants Seth Rollins to win right now. And that's where I'm really conflicted at. Because I don't know what's going to be a more good film moment. Because I feel like Seth Rollins, definitely his last babyface run as the Beast Slayer, that it was time for a heel turn. And thankfully we got it. We became the Monday Night Messiah, which is, in my opinion, still my favorite Seth Rollins persona, but that's just me. We can debate it. I don't care. But then he comes to the Visionary. And now you see the fans actually behind him again, like when he was doing his first face turn, when he had to battle Triple H and stuff. So I feel like the logic purpose, he's ready for another title run. He's ready to be the face of the company again. I don't think he lost his ways, but he just had to find his new character again. He finally found it.
Yeah,
so he's ready.
It kind of got a little stale in the audience.
Yeah, but now he's found
babyface thing. But
yes, but now he's found it because every time he comes out, everybody want to sing, and I want to sing right along with him.
I'll be real. I think we've gone about this. We've gone about this the wrong way, in my personal opinion. I don't think Seth should have won. Because here's my thing. I'll be real.
You say he shouldn't have gotten out of like the bracket?
I think the story was there. Listen, let me tell you what's alternate. I should just put it in our application.
Go ahead and spit.
I'll be quiet. I'll mute myself.
You provide, right? Let's just say, hypothetically speaking, Seth. This is a tough year for Seth. He just lost at WrestleMania 2 years ago to Cody Rhodes, right? He goes to this WrestleMania, he beats a Logan Paul, right? Now he's just like wishy-washy, kind of just going through life trying to figure it out, right? He gets the opportunity to participate in this tournament, right? The tournament, he gets to the final round. He gets to the round where he faces Finn Balor. Finn Balor beats him on some BS, right? Starts a rivalry with the Judgment Day. Gives additional like visibility to Damian Priest or whoever, like a natural progression keeps them busy, right? You get Seth until either Money in the Bank, right? Or you give, but he's already had that, or you give him what's that thing called? Royal Rumble. You get him to Royal Rumble where he becomes the Royal Rumble winner, and now he finally gets to headline the Royal Rumble, the WrestleMania that he quote unquote snuck his way into with the Money in the Bank briefcase to win his first championship all them years back, right? Now, what are you thinking, Greg? What's going to happen in the meantime, right? I know, right? You let Finn Balor win. Then, on SmackDown, you do Austin Theory wins his triple threat match, and you have Edge win his triple threat match. Then Edge beats Austin Theory, and then it's Finn Balor versus Edge for the World Heavyweight Championship. Then the story's untold because, they kicked him out of Judgment Day. You have the story about, Finn Balor wants his respect. This is the final moment, resting place for Edge. I'm going to take Edge out. I'm going to get this championship. Edge wins, gets his little run, and then we figure out where we go from there. Come on. It's right there. It's right there. Like, what?
My thing is,
like, why I gotta, like,
this logical
my application in? Like, you know what I'm saying? Because Chris, y'all seen Chris Grace. Chris is like, all right, let's hear this. And now he's seeing it.
Look, come on, man. I like the idea. All right, but it's like we already saw Balor and Edge at WrestleMania, Hell in a Cell. They ended the feud, bro. They've been feuding for how long now? Like 8 months, a year.
It's the final chapter,
bro. That's Hell in a Cell. That's what Hell in a Cell is for.
And it's compelling because let's be real, because then you could even have Seth beat Finn later on at SummerSlam. You know what I mean? Like, even if you don't, you could go into so many different ways, so many different angles. Like, but like, if you really want Seth to have that title run, you could have like if you really want Edge to have that title run, easily way for him to have the title run. He goes back to Raw. He could have like another injury, or like somebody could beat him really fast, or like in a rematch, Edge doesn't have to have the title for long. He just needs to win it one more time for the glory days. It could be on the Miz stuff when Miz won during COVID. Like, he could have it for a small period of time. You give it back. Somehow the Judgment Day gets involved. Finn Balor ends up winning, and then Finn Balor versus Seth Rollins at SummerSlam. Seth wins the title. Now he's the World Heavyweight. You know what I mean? Like, it didn't really take that long.
You could have Edge, win the tournament, beat Seth, which I don't know. That's gonna split.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, no,
but you can have him win it.
All right. Like, Edge is not gonna. I'm not gonna be real. Edge is not gonna win. Out of everyone that's left, let's be real. Austin Theory has the best chance I'm just saying of winning this match. I think, my personal opinion, I got Austin Theory winning the SmackDown side.
I'm not mad at that. I'm not,
because like
that would be a great opponent for Seth to have everybody on his side, and then you don't have the fan base split.
Right, yeah. He's the best heel available, and they're not gonna do two faces. In my personal opinion.
What's up with Theory and Lashley though? Like, I'm getting that's becoming Cena and Orton 09, bro.
Like, I'm getting tired of seeing them two fight. And they're like how many triple threat? But didn't they just fight a triple threat match last week?
Literally at Backlash with Bronson.
And now they're fighting one just this time. It's Sheamus and Bronson Reed.
And they had one with Seth Rollins for the U.S. title. Like,
they sure did.
And they let Bronson Reed win. They let Bronson Reed win, bro. I'm like, let's be serious.
Yeah,
Bronson was just there to take the pin.
Yeah,
which is unfortunate.
But I'm glad he got the.
He cool. Sometimes I feel like they should be throwing him in there. Be like Bronson Reed. I feel like
he's kind of like a modern age Vader, if I can say that. If I'm allowed to say that.
He a modern day Rikishi. He's serious.
I'm just saying in terms of athletic ability, bro, with the size.
He said he was serious. He talked about when he just came out in the leather jacket. Yo,
I did it for the Rock. I did it
for the people. Oh my god, that was dumb.
Ooh, yeah, but like, basically, I should be on the writing team because y'all see the vision. Y'all see it. Yeah, yes, yes.
I mean, there is a way you can have Edge win it and then have Seth beat him at SummerSlam. And then on the way to get there, you have Damian Priest get a one-on-one match just to give him a little bit of a rub because, he did do the job for Bad Bunny.
Exactly.
And then you have Edge retire the next night on Raw.
Exactly.
Just like he did in 2011, but now he's doing it on his terms.
On his Come on, like, what? It was there.
Come on.
It was there.
So,
it makes sense.
Damn, I like the theory.
That's all I can say. It makes sense.
No, I don't. Because you know what it is? Theory versus Rollins, let's be real. He's already the U.S. champion. You already know who's going to win. You know what I mean? Like, they're not putting 2 titles on him, if it isn't a champion versus champion match. So, like.
But sometimes the most obvious route is still the best route.
I mean, it's good for WWE in the long term, I guess, to give him some.
But if you do Edge versus Rollins, then it's like, you kind of divide the fan base a little bit, but it puts the finish up in the air. You kind of don't know who's going to win.
I feel you.
And then you have the whole sentimentality of it because Edge, it'll be hard to pick a winner. So I'm leaning towards Edge and Rollins.
For me to take Judgment Day seriously, Finn Balor or Damian Priest got to win a world title. Because I feel like Finn Balor, the Judgment Day for real.
Honestly, that's Rhea, bro.
Yeah, who wears the pants is Rhea. Like,
I mean, she
that's
does.
Cool, bro.
That is cool right now.
With that.
But also, hold on. Can we give Dominic? Can we please give Dominic his credit? He is getting a lot of hate, so it's working what he's doing.
Yeah, because he calls her mommy on national television. It's like, be serious.
He's getting generational heat right now, bro.
He is.
He's getting generational heat. Like, he's kind of like, dare I say, he's surpassing MJF right now in terms of just heel heat. Dare I say? Honestly, MJF be getting cheers nowadays. He's kind of like a tweener right now.
Well, everybody likes him, but wants to hate him at the same time because he doesn't like anybody.
It's kind of like a like to hate kind of a situation. People just really hate Dominic, bro. It's go away heat. Like, they don't want this dude on a television screen, bro. Like, he's like one of the few genuine heels we got right now. Where like he just takes a breath into the mic and the whole arena booing him. Like, that's good for business.
But I do agree though that they do need another world title in there to really become a legit threat to the WWE. I do agree with that though. But
you could.
They only need one because they already got Rhea.
Listen, they could introduce a new tag title. They could have, because we got Sami and KO. They're the undisputed tag team champions right now. You retire those belts, and you bring back the world championship, world tag team championships, or the WWE tag team championships. Put them on SmackDown, and then you put the world tag team championships on Raw, and then you have Finn and Priest win them Jones, and then you still got Rhea, who's SmackDown Women's Champion, should be Raw Women's Champion. They need to scrap that name too. They need to just give the women a world championship, like a proper world title and a proper universal title. But that's another story. And then honestly, Dominic, he doesn't need a championship. Not right now. He can just be Dominic and just be kind of like the attraction of the group, kind of just be the heel.
He could just be Rhea's lapdog for and just be beefing with random people.
Exactly.
You
can still keep them legitimized that way.
Yeah.
It does work.
I don't like the Damian Priest. I feel like Finn Balor deserves a title run. That's not NXT. Like, you know what I mean?
Does, but it's like, what title do you give him, though? That's the problem.
I mean, it
the
don't matter.
World Heavyweight Championship. I feel like that should be Seth right now.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, this narrative about Seth, it's like, I definitely get it, but like, I'm very comfortable with. Like, I understand, but like, Seth was champion what, in 2018, 2019? Finn Balor hasn't been a world champion since 2016. Like, when is the brother gonna get it? You know what I mean? Like, this narrative that like Seth is like, like he's just like in between and stuff like that. But what about Finn? And Finn is older than Seth. So like, when are we gonna give him his rub?
Doesn't look it, but yeah.
And he didn't even get the chance to hold the title because he lost it. He basically he got hurt in the match and then he had to give it up. Yes, and he had to give it up the next day. Like, he never gets his shine. He
turned that man's shoulder into pulled pork, man.
Bro, they even let Demon. I feel like Demon Finn Balor be losing all the time now. That Roman Reigns match,
God.
Yo, come on! Like,
please don't bring that. Please don't bring that up. Please, why?
It was a phantom push.
Bro.
A phantom push.
Why did you bring that up?
Nah. Undertaker came. Nah, come on, bro.
There's some
So
things
like,
that I don't.
So it's like how many times you want to disrespect somebody and then you just gonna keep on like passing them over. That's why I'm like, bro, why can't Finn win this match? Like, why can't it be Finn that beats Seth Rollins again? So you can see like Finn is up 2-0 on Seth Rollins, and then find a way to like make it in the story. His narrative about Seth Rollins, like, bro, Seth Rollins beating.
If
like,
we're keeping it a bean, not to cut you off, but we're keeping it a bean. He should have won at WrestleMania. I think he shouldn't win over in WrestleMania because Edge. Why does Edge need that win?
Bro, that's
Edge
what
doesn't
I'm
need
saying.
that win.
Bro, there's so many times where like,
win.
bro, as a heel, like there's so many times like I don't take the Judgment Day seriously because I feel like every major match, every major build up, they just lose. They just lose. Like that's why Rhea really wear the pants because she on the only one making major moves in this group. Like everybody just they henchman for real. And it's
they kind of got like Wyatt family syndrome right now, man. They just. But all right, let's get into Drew McIntyre because so his contract runs out around April of 2024. I think right after WrestleMania 40 in Philadelphia, by the way. We will be there. So Drew McIntyre, pretty much, we talked about earlier. What's wrong with y'all?
Don't mind us.
What is wrong with y'all? But I mean, he's kind of done just about everything there is to do except win the Universal title. He's had a feud with just about every top name you can have on the roster. He's been NXT champion, Intercontinental champion back in his first run, tag team champion, 2-time WWE champion. Of course, yeah, it was in the Thunderdome era. He didn't really get the chance to enjoy that run with the crowd. He won the Royal Rumble. He main evented WrestleMania. He's done everything. Just COVID aside, he's just about done everything. Is there still more left for him to do in WWE? Are there more, feuds that he can take on? At least, like, just assuming that he's not going to renew his contract and he becomes Drew Galloway once again. Is there a way that you could like kind of convince him to stay and re-sign? Like, what would he do if he were to re-sign? What could he do? Who could he feud with?
That's a good question. Honestly, I think if Drew McIntyre does decide to stay, one, I've enjoyed the face turn. I was showing this face run he's had for a few years. Even though it was during the Thunderdome, I enjoyed his title run. I thought it was great for him to lose to Bobby Lashley. I was a fan of that. Even though I didn't like how it happened and how the Miz technically won, then Lashley fought the Miz next night. I didn't like all that, but
transition chant.
Yeah, I didn't like the transition, but I enjoyed that McIntyre lost the title to Lashley. I'm saying that. But I think if he does decide to resign, it's time to turn him back into a heel. I feel this Drew McIntyre now is just kind of stale. Like I'm a fan of his, but it's just kind of stale. I need him to go back to the Scottish psychopath he was in his run with Dolph Ziggler. And when you do that, I feel like you can find more. What's what I'm looking for? More stories for him. I think a good story, definitely, since he's on Raw right now. Let's just say Seth Rollins wins the world title. Heel Drew versus Seth Rollins. That's a good story. I would enjoy that. That's something that I can get behind. I know there's a lot of heels right now, so I can't even think of any other faces. But I really can't. That's the sad part. But if he does decide to say, I do think that it'd be good for him to turn heel. Unfortunately, though, just from how he's been marketed lately.
Cody, bro.
Yep.
I mean, that's gonna be that will be a money match for SummerSlam.
I mean,
that will be a great one.
Cody versus heel Drew.
Yes, bro. Book it.
Cody versus heel Drew.
Triple H, if you ever watched this, bro, book it.
Honestly, I expect bad things to happen to Cody Rhodes every time we get in a match now. I'm not gonna lie.
At this point, it's like they trying to overdo it with the sympathy now, bro. It's like
because I'm not gonna,
because
the real question we should be asking for real is if Cody Rhodes has lost like the pizzazz that he had, the allure that he had when he came back. Because I'm looking at Cody now, bro, and I'm just like, he's winning these matches, but like, it's like I don't know. Like I'm not as hype as I was. You know what I mean? Because I'm not. I was so invested at WrestleMania. I thought he had it.
Do you think? Yeah. Do you think?
I thought he had
the
it. And when he
WrestleMania
lost
loss.
it,
Since we might as well bring it up because you never talked about it, so we might as well just bring it up. Like, do you think that loss killed his momentum, or do you think he can get that magic back, man?
bro, this man wrestled with a torn pec in Hell in a Cell and won the match and put up like an all-time classic match against Seth Rollins. And then he comes back and he wins the Royal Rumble. There was no like, and you have a man that's basically never been pinned in almost 2+ years, defending a Universal World Title where he's beat everyone except for the man that just came back. Right? You have the storyline. They talked about his dad. He got to finish the story. This, that, and the third, and he loses the match because of Solo Sikoa. Yeah.
It's just the same old bloodline, just like interference. If it's not the Usos and the Solo, it's like, look, I'm enjoying the Roman title reign. I am, but you gotta keep the finishes fresh, and they should have never put the WWE title on him. That was a mistake. Now we have the World Heavyweight Championship back when we really shouldn't. We don't need it. Now Roman has 2 belts. It's like so now what? So we have 3 world titles, or is it?
That's a great question. When are they going to combine the titles at this point? Because you bring the World Heavyweight title back, just combine
honestly, they should just retire the Universal Championship. Just retire the Universal Championship because it's like, who's going to top this reign? Nobody. Who's going to top this reign, bro? It's
nobody.
Like, the Universal title honestly should have never been hired in the first place. I'll be real.
It shouldn't have, but they needed something for Raw back in the day. So it's like it made sense, but it's like
they keep doing these combination titles. And let's be real, that heavyweight championship, the design should have just been the original World Heavyweight Championship. This need desire to put the WWE logo on every title. I'm not a fan.
Marketing, bro.
I'm not. I mean, I understand. Branding. I'm not against it. I mean, it's nowhere close to Big Gold. Big Gold's the best title ever. I'm sorry, that's just my opinion. But I like that it has some resemblance. I like that it has some resemblance of it. So I'm okay with it. But I do agree.
They found the middle ground. It's like they try to give you the Big Gold feel, but they still had to throw their little freaking logo on it for the branding purposes. But it doesn't take over the whole championship like the undisputed Universal title and the women's titles, where the title is literally just the logo.
Right.
Like NXT, like the championship, like the logo is front and center, but it's like it doesn't take over the belt. Like with the main card, with the main roster championship, it's like, man, like it's just like it's like a toy you get at Target, bro. Like I can't, like this whole title reign with Roman's, like it's hard to take him seriously because he's carrying around these toy championships, and then one of them is blue. It was like. The title that he's held for 1,000 days is a blue strap with a fat logo on it, bro. Like, come on, man. Bring back the Winged Eagle. Even if you want to throw your logo on it, like the World Heavyweight Championship, bring back a variation of the Winged Eagle or the Big Eagle or even the Undisputed title from 2002, bro. Bring back a variation of that championship. Throw your little logo on it for branding purposes because, whatever. You got to get your logo out there. Because, like championship teams, they always hand out a title to them. It's just branding purposes. It's just, I get it. It's business, money, cool. But, like, we gotta switch it up a little bit. Like, we got to, just like the entire belt is just a logo. Nah.
Right. Like, but I really quickly wanted to piggyback on, talking about the Cody versus Roman match. Yeah. Greg, I'm be honest. Sitting here with you tonight, you might need to be a WWE creative, man. But if you do go, can you please bring me with you? That's all I ask.
No, for sure. No, for sure.
Y'all work for the creative team, and I'll be one of those backstage interviewers, bro, or a ring announcer or something. We all gotta get a job in there, bro.
I'm with it. See, that works out well for everybody. But
I love it.
He is right though, because I said this walking into WrestleMania weekend. I said this was the most conflicted I felt about a Roman Reigns match his entire career. I'll just say, but because ever since he came back as the Tribal Chief, I've been hooked. He's one of the reasons why I got back hooked on wrestling again. But if I couldn't think of a better time for him to lose the titles than this year's WrestleMania. Now, I am happy he won. I'm very happy he won because again, you got to acknowledge the man, and I acknowledge the tribal chief. But I do agree that Cody Depp should have won it there, and him losing the way he lost too, especially with Sosa Cole being involved. Even if you wanted interference to happen,
it does protect them.
Yes, but even if you want interference to happen, like what they did when the Usos ran, they had KO and Sammy to jump in to help. You could maybe I don't know about the Riddle situation because I know they brought back Matt Riddle the day after on Raw. But what if he was able to just show up at WrestleMania? He might have gotten even a bigger pop from that, and then you could still create that same storyline that you had that led to that 6-man tag match you had at Backlash.
Because the whole story is that the right before WrestleMania, Cody looks into Solo's eyes and he tells him that you're not ready. So then on the biggest stage of them all, with Roman Reigns needing the help, Solo's the one that gets the job done, proving to the tribal chief, proving to the bloodline that he is ready, and he proves it to Cody that he's ready too. And look at Solo since Solo looks like he's that guy for real. You know what I mean? And the Usos now look like they're the sideshow. So I get it, but we elevated Solo at the expense of Cody with a champion that is clearly he's tired. And that, like, you know what I mean? He doesn't even show up every week anymore. Whereas you could have had bro, we've seen Roman Reigns for 2+ years. No one's gonna lose a vibe from Roman Reigns because he lost. And then it gives him the time to go away a little bit. You know what I mean? Recover, do whatever he needs to do. And then you have Cody Rhodes, who's a fighting champion, fighting every week. You know what I mean? I miss the days where the heavyweight champion would fight in the main event of the evening every single week. You know what I mean? Like, you kind of lose that vibe with Roman Reigns because, like, you know, he's not there all the time and stuff like that. Cody's going to be a fighting champion. And then
he became what he hate, bro. Just like Cena, bro.
Yes.
Yeah.
He became what he hate.
Then Cody,
and Cena did that with The Rock, and the Cena did with The Rock.
Exactly, bro.
Listen.
They don't. I mean,
it's
listen. I'm not
at this point.
Right. I'm not a wrestler. I'm not a wrestler. I don't know what goes on behind closed doors, but I'm saying this from what I've seen. You reap what you sow. You become the thing that you hate.
Yes.
That's what happens. When you become the face, you become what you hate.
Part-timer, fake ass bitch. Like, come on, bro. You can't say that. Like, come on.
Exactly.
Because now he's a part-timer, like Brock Lesnar is.
He's a part-timer, and the other thing is, in terms of like how they enrolled this championship, bro, it could have been so easy because with Cody, he's a classic man. He always wears suits. He brings back the Winged Eagle Championship, and he's like, you know what? I'm just gonna work this championship because this is the championship that my father couldn't get. And then Triple H comes out the next week and goes, "We're gonna open a new." He just wants one championship, and then Triple H comes out the next week and introduces the tournament for the new championship. Bro, it's so easy. But now I'm looking at Cody.
I mean, you could keep the world heavyweight title now, but you still have Cody finish the story, but you just do it a year later.
Yeah, but like now I'm not as invested in the story.
I think if you give him a year,
beat up every single time I see him on TV. He keeps getting beat up by Brock Lesnar every single time. I see the vision, bro. I see what they're trying to do, bro. It's like, dang, like Cody looked like a sucker. Cody looked like a sucker. I'm gonna be real. Cody looked like a sucker. He trusted Brock Lesnar. He trusted Brock Lesnar. Like, come on. I don't give a damn about your story no more. Like,
yo, this fool.
Hear me out.
I'm sorry.
He was away for 8 months, right? And then he just kind of just waltzes his way back in. He comes in at number 30, and wins the Rumble. And then he just goes to the main event and wins the title. I can see how that rubs some people the wrong way. I still think he should have won, but I see how that could have rubbed some people the wrong way. I was like, well, you know, he did have a torn pec, but he didn't earn it because he kind of just came in at number 30 and just, you know, waltzes his way back in. It was too obvious, yada, yada, yada. Now it's like, all right, well, he lost. But, you know, he didn't lose clean. Solo interfered, spiked him right in the, you know, Adam's apple. Took the spear, 1, 2, 3, yada, yada, yada. Roman, you can, you know, keep the reign going. You can get his 1,000 days. I'm hearing reports that they want him to keep it until September of 2024 and break Hogan's record. I don't see that happening.
Sorry for our non-smoking fans, but
Yeah, bro. I don't see that happening.
I'm not
But
trying to see it.
I like he's gonna get his 1,000 days at Night of Champions. He's gonna eclipse that record. He's gonna get to 1,000. I feel like that's good enough.
Bro, hold on. I'm sorry. Just think about it. If they really go through there, who would dethrone him? Bro,
that's what I'm saying.
Point,
that's just like
at this point, I told you I felt the only way Roman should lose right now and still make a compelling storyline is with Jey Uso. Now, I don't know how Jey Uso will be as a world champion, but at least
I think
have
that
him
might be a
involved.
SummerSlam match, bro.
It could be, but they're gonna have Jey Uso lose. So what they should, but I just need Jey Uso to be the reason that Roman Reigns loses, whether it's to him or to somebody else. But to go on for another year, who else is he gonna face? Like really, who is he gonna face?
Idea.
You're saying who is he gonna face? Like he's gonna be in every He's gonna be in every pay-per-view. But that's the whole point of the whole fighting champion. Because they're gonna have the fighting champion that wins that tournament. He's gonna be on every pay-per-view, and then Roman Reigns is gonna be an afterthought until he comes back and he shows up every couple of months, and then he does one little match at the major pay-per-views. But at these B pay-per-views, he's not gonna be nowhere until he gets
politics, man.
Exactly. He's gonna be the Brock Lesnar.
But I think WrestleMania, and I know because it's gonna be here in Philly, so I would personally like to see this happen. I think that's where you finish the story. That's where you finish.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna be invested in the story when that comes around.
You let him go back to back in the Rumble. You don't make him come out number one because you already seen him with Edge.
He's gonna be back to back in the Rumble. Like I don't want to see him win 2 years in a row. Like what have you?
It's been done. Hogan, Michaels, Austin. It's been done. Bro.
I understand. I hear you. But like, if Cody Rhodes is the entrant number 1 or number 2,
or the elimination
and
chamber,
then he
you
makes
have
it
the Royal
through,
Rumble winner, face the world champion, and have him win like elimination chamber or something. Because it's like the last 3 years, the Royal Rumble winner, like they lost the main event, WrestleMania. So it was like, so maybe not have the Royal Rumble winner face Roman next year this time. Maybe you have him, win an elimination chamber match first. Maybe you have Solo in the chamber and the Usos or whatever, and that could be like the last obstacle to get the Roman, and then he finishes the story.
The only person that I can see Roman Reigns really facing that could be compelling are people that come back to the business. For instance, we haven't talked about him in a long time, and I don't even know if he's ever going to wrestle again. Roman Reigns versus Big E, like that would be a compelling story. You know what I mean? But I don't know.
Man,
if that's
I don't see it with the neck injury, man. That's rough.
I think he's gonna make a comeback. I mean, Kurt Angle won a
if
gold medal with a broken freaking neck.
Edge or now Saraya, if they can do it.
I do miss Big E though. I do.
He
was a fun character. He's a fun character.
It's a void, bro. Like, he left a big void.
I just feel like Kofi and I forget the name of the
Xavier Woods.
They just like coasted by for like, they don't. You see, like, bro.
I mean, it's like there's nothing else you can really do with them at this point. I mean,
that's true.
So it's like,
but I'm just glad they got their shine. I'm glad that they already solidified their spot in the Hall of Fame.
Right,
so,
they all
at least we can say.
I miss the days where Kofi wasn't a jobber. It feels like literally ever since he lost to Brock, it's just been Jobberville, and I hate that.
Even that title match he gave against Bobby Lashley, like I wanted Lashley to win, but not like that though.
Listen, y'all not ready for this, but y'all ever notice that every single time Brock Lesnar squashes somebody, typically
check my pin tweet on Twitter.
He always squashes a black champion. He always beats the black champion.
Y'all gotta follow me on Twitter, bro, and check my pin tweet, bro. It got like 1,000 likes, so I just have a pin, bro. It's disgusting, bro. The Rock, Kofi, Big E. I'm sure I'm missing somebody else, but it's Bobby. Like, bro, every black WWE champion lost their belt to.
Bobby didn't even wrestle in the match. That's the worst part.
Right. Had him go out like a chump, bro. Like, what?
Bro, I thought he was gonna come back. I thought they was gonna have a title rematch on Raw the next night.
Like, bro, they were just stat patting, bro. Like, how you have him win the belt at the Rumble, and then lose? Like, first of all, Brock won the belt at day 1. Then he loses it in the same month at the Rumble, and then he gets it back 2 weeks later. Bro. And then he loses at the Roman. Like,
he lost to Big E. He beat Big E too. What, bro?
It was just hot potato with that joint,
and he
bro.
wasn't even supposed to. He wasn't even supposed to face Big E, bro.
Now,
Roman Reigns got COVID.
Yes.
It wasn't even the fact. it wasn't even the fact that it's not the fact that he beat. It's just the fact that Big E was the one that got pinned. You could have anybody else get pinned, and
It was a
then
fatal
momentum would have stayed the same. Right? Anybody else could have get pinned, and then momentum would have stayed the same. You could have picked Kevin Owens. Anybody else, but they did Big E dirty. Oh god.
Big E, that was the title run.
And he never got like a proper rematch either. He just kind of faded away.
Just faded away. Same thing with Kofi too. Same thing with Kofi. They just let him lose in 10 seconds. And they never gave him
Bobby faded away too. He came back and fought Omos.
Exactly, bro.
Couldn't give him the title.
Bro.
He came
back. See, at least Bobby is kind of like, even without the title, they're still keeping him relevant though. I can respect that.
He's too big of a dude to like
keep.
Right.
They did. You said keep
at the very least. They couldn't do that for Big E though. Like.
Hold up, you said they keeping Bobby relevant. They didn't even have my man at WrestleMania. They don't care you faced a jobber. He was supposed to be in Mania. He was supposed to wrestle. Speaking of which, I gotta ask y'all, do y'all know what's going on, Bray Wyatt? Just out of curiosity.
No, bro. I'm hearing illness. I'm hearing like creative differences. I don't know, bro. I feel like this whole Bray Wyatt thing is kind of like it's run its course. I think the experiment is just like. How many times is he going to leave and come back, start and stop? The man didn't even wrestle a proper match since he came back at Extreme Rules. Were you there at Extreme Rules? I didn't go. It was in Philly.
No, I didn't go to Extreme Rules, but I saw that.
I wasn't there because I was watching the Phillies across the street. But, bro, like the pop he got was insane.
Yes.
Yeah, you know, Philly, we love our wrestling, bro. The pop he got was insane, and it's like they did nothing with it. Like they teased the Uncle Howdy stuff week after week. Then he had the feud with LA Knight. It was like, all right, we doing something. We going somewhere. And then it's like they have a freaking blacklight match. I'm like,
that was
whatever they want. And then it was branded by Mountain Dew on top of that. I'm like,
that was a terrible match.
Oh, dude, it wasn't even a match. So he hasn't had a traditional wrestling match.
How y'all feel about LA Knight? No, I'm not a huge fan, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
He's just a jobber to the stars.
Yeah, that's the sad part. They turned him into a jobber. I mean, listen, I'm not saying he's at main event level
Knight
yet.
Should be something.
He got at least be at the mid card scene at least. He got to.
Yeah.
And I want to know what Money in the Bank. He'd be the perfect guy for Money in the Bank.
I mean, he would be, but who would he beat, and when would that happen? Or is he just going to be one of those people? Or is he just going to be one of those?
He could have beat Edge if Edge had a championship. They also could have get
like he's not cashing in on Roman. The World Heavyweight Championship is there to keep Money in the Bank and Royal Rumble relevant. That's what the World Heavyweight Championship is for, because nobody's taking the belt off of Roman. So that World Heavyweight title is just going to get passed around. Like it's going to get passed around. We're going to have a lot of short reigns, 2 month, 3 month reigns.
They should give Money.
Don't tell me it's going to turn into like WCW all over again.
It's not going to be that bad because it was doing like 1 week reigns and David Arquette winning. Like Bad Bunny's not. All due respect, Bad Bunny and Logan Paul ain't winning the world title.
Bad Bunny.
Like, and honestly, those two need to have a match. I want to see because we know they can go in the ring now.
Roman Reigns versus Bad Bunny.
Oh no, I don't want Benito to die, bro. I'm saying Logan and Bad Bunny.
What do you mean you don't want Benito to die? Him and Sami Zayn got the same build.
All right, but Sami Zayn's like he's a vet, like he's.
Okay, Logan Paul was a rookie.
All right, but you know,
exactly. Logan Paul had basically,
and Logan Paul got a little bit more build on him. He got a little bit more build, and you know, Bad Bunny, he needed like all of Puerto Rico to win that match, bro. That was an insane, just like all the cameos, Savio Vega, Carlito, like the pop Carlito got.
Oh, that was when I heard his music, bro. When I heard his music play, nostalgia again just hit me.
Yeah,
I spit in the face.
I spit in the face. The people who don't want to be cool.
Oh my God! He spit in Dominic's. Then he spit the apple in Dominic's face. Perfect ending right there. Should have been the main event.
That took me back to the Ruthless Aggression era, man. I miss it.
That was a good era.
I miss promos. Like good promos. Like when I was a kid, I used to sit in front of the like in front of YouTube for hours and just watch the old WWE promos. I didn't even watch the matches. I used to just watch the promo builds for the matches, and it used to get me hyped.
That sells the tickets, bro. That's what it. Yeah.
Rock
versus
Austin.
Listen, man, they don't have the same number of people that can talk on the mic like that. I mean, they still got their few out there. Roman Reigns finally knows how to do it. I'm not mad at Cody's promos.
There's a lot
like
of guys who are okay on the mic, but this, like, honestly, the best mic still to this day is Paul Heyman, and he's not even an active competitor, bro. Now, Cody is good. Cody's storytelling is good. But, like, Paul's the only guy who can, like, damn. Like, he can captivate me, bro, with a promo. Like, all right, I'm hooked. Like, this dude could sell you. He could sell ice to an Eskimo, bro. Like, he could sell me a pen. He could, like, Paul, cut a promo on his pencil, bro. And he's just going to go crazy for 10 minutes.
You tripping? Brock Lesnar got the same capabilities.
Yeah, all right. Brock, his promos are just like they work because he's just angry as hell, and he's just like, all right, it's Brock, but he ain't giving you soliloquies and all that good stuff. Like Paul Heyman, bro, he's just talk about WrestleMania next year in Philly. He needs to go in the Hall of Fame in Philadelphia, home of ECW.
Yes,
like that it's long overdue. Long overdue. You had 2 WrestleManias in New York, and you didn't induct them in New York, so you might as well just do it in the home of ECW, bro.
Yes, because you know he's gonna be there because Roman's gonna have the title until then.
And if Batista doesn't headline next year, then he should headline next year.
Batista doesn't headline what?
Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on with that either. You would think Hollywood would be it, but no, guess not. All right. But y'all got any final thoughts, concerns, anything? Anybody who's not in a tournament who should be a future World Heavyweight Champion? Like somebody like a Drew McIntyre, or maybe a Kevin Owens or Sami Zayn whenever they drop the tag belts.
And he went out real. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, Sammy got this. Sammy is like Cody Rhodes to me right now. Like you knew he was going to lose at the Elimination Chamber. You knew he was going to lose, but you just wanted to believe. Because that just ties back to the first point I made about fans. When they're hooked, they get you hooked. They get you energized. You are emotionally built up just like the rest of them. And him losing, because they knew he was going to lose. Now, it was a great ending, the way Kevin Owens came back and all that. Terrific ending. I'm not mad at the ending. But him losing, that kind of killed his World Heavyweight title build. Now, I don't know if he'll get it now because it's cool that him and Kevin Owens got the tag team titles. It's cool, but I feel like that run's going to get stalled sooner or later. Like, I feel like midway through the summer, it's going to be like, all right.
People already turned on it, bro.
Right. Yeah, these people cool. I'm not against it, but it's like, can we get somebody else to win the tag team titles? Like it was great that they won a WrestleMania, but like now it's going to get to that point. So I can't even say Sammy. That's a good question though.
I missed the days of this because like bro, even the way they could have given Cody the title, it could have like it would have been so easy because like for instance, WrestleMania, they could have like Cody could have won, right? But then I miss the days where the general manager used to get involved and be like he did not lose that match. You will give that man back his title. Like Cody could have won it. Like the last time I remember good storytelling for an extended period of time, in my personal opinion, was Daniel Bryan in WWE. To lose it at SummerSlam to Randy Orton after winning it against John Cena. Like, you know what I mean? And then win it at WrestleMania. Like there easily could have been a way that Cody you thought that Cody exactly. There's easily a way where Cody, you could have thought that Cody won, but in technicality, he didn't actually win. It sucks, and now he feels like his dad and everybody's on him, and then he keeps the momentum going forward. But what we did, bro, pin him 1, 2, 3.
Again, it wasn't a clean finish, though. Solo had to get involved, so it's like it kind of leaves the door open. If Roman just flat out just speared him, like he just kicked out of the crossroads and he just speared him, and it's like, all right, well, he kind of just killed this dude. He kind of just killed the character, but it kind of left it ambiguous. You kind of left it wide open, bro. I don't know. Just trust the process. Dare I say those damn cursed words? Trust the process, man.
WWE, if you listening, I'm available.
Hire this man, Greg, man. Send in the resume, bro.
Yeah, you might
send in the resume, man.
Don't worry. We're gonna see Triple H sooner or later. Don't get in touch with him. You know him and Joel like this. He'll be back in Philly sooner or later.
Yeah, he gonna deliver a WWE
Yo, I need him to ring the
championship to
bell
the
again.
Sixers.
Yo, if they get to the conference
Facts.
finals,
Hey,
bro.
yo.
Bro, I need him to ring the bell again, bro.
Need that.
Then again, whenever we have like a really good bell ringer, we always lose. So it's like, we'll see. I don't want to bring up the Sixers right now. I don't
I
want
didn't
to.
even know that was a statistic. We tracking ring bell, good ring bell.
Yo, bro.
Nah, we down
Listen,
bad,
bro.
We down bad.
Bro, we tracking
We like
James
the
Harden
vibration
fits,
of the bell, bro.
like the worse
that's
the like the worse the Harden fit, the better he performs, bro. It's like the Sixers have made me mentally ill, bro. But we gonna end it right there because I don't want to take this episode, bro. Listen, we gonna end it right there. Listen, it's episode 105 of the Restricted Zone podcast, the very first wrestling themed episode. I gotta catch up on my AEW because we shouldn't leave them out in the dark either. We should, get in on that too. But we're gonna keep it WWE for now. Listen, we're on YouTube, so you know the deal. Like, go ahead.
I'm sorry, you brought the AEW. I know, so we're gonna touch on AEW in the future. Don't worry, we're gonna leave them out. But I just gotta ask this. So at Double or Nothing, the main event is a 4 pillars match. MJF, Darby, Sammy Guevara, Jungle Boy.
Are you asking for a winner?
Yeah, should MJF retain?
I know,
bro. MJF is holding that belt until his contract
tripping.
expires, bro.
You tripping?
MJF is holding
I think
that belt all year, bro.
I think it's Darby.
It's a fatal four-way match. It's a fatal 4-way match. So it was like it opens up that.
Exactly. It opens up the realm for him to lose it, but he doesn't have to get pinned. So I think Darby pins. He's probably going to pin
do an MJF kind of thing, and he's going to hop in, and someone hits their finish on somebody, and then he just pulls up and throw him out the ring.
No, it's just I think Darby's just going to hit his finisher on Sammy Guevara, get the win, win the championship, and then now MJF has.
Listen, if Guevara's taking a pin, I'm happy with it.
Yeah.
If Guevara taking a pin, I'm cool with it either way, bro.
Yeah.
Ain't mad at it.
Yeah,
I just think MJF is just like he's just gonna hold that title. He's gonna have a stranglehold on it.
Yeah, they're gonna try to.
I think it's just good TV because he got the contract running up soon.
Listen, I'm gonna keep hope alive for that. I'm not gonna speak on it. Y'all know what I'm talking about. WrestleMania's in Philly. His contract ends January 1st. Let's just leave it at that.
You talk about a Royal Rumble winner for the World Heavyweight Championship.
I don't care when he comes. It's either Royal Rumble or, my personal opinion, for even bigger pop, Philly.
Right at the link. I see it. I see the vision, bro. I see the vision, bro. I see it.
I'm gonna pray on it.
All right, man. But like I said, look, we're on YouTube, so you know the deal. Like, comment, subscribe. I don't know how many wrestling fans we got out there, but we about to find out. Run the views up. We just hit 100 subscribers. We just went over 100 subscribers, so shout out to us for that. And also stay tuned because I did bring it up just a few moments ago. NBA playoffs round 2 is coming to an end this weekend, so keep out on the lookout for episode 106.
That'll be a fun one too.
Yeah, shut up. We're gonna be talking, our reactions to the second round of the NBA playoffs and our predictions for the conference finals. But for tonight, I'm Jonah Wooten.
Greg Damas.
Boy, Kris.
Yes, sir. And we are the Restricted Zone podcast. Thank you for tuning in. Have a good night.